Alright, well, whoops, I picked the sisters. I guess I just like the sisters too much as well. No one really does the sisters, and they're fun. Is she doing her magic? I forgot to train her magic, yeah. Um, I think there's a lot of fun to be had with sisters. I got some fun builds. The maiden's always fun. Use the second wind and make her just a beast with the daredevil. I play a lot of chaos, so if you guys want to see chaos, it's there. I use second wind with her. So we can show off some of what the sisters do. Old Marky stock has been replenished. Alright, she's ready. Let's find a good brutal or deadly. There we go. We gotta up the stakes here. Oh, and of course we've been ambushed.
You find yourself suddenly surrounded by enemy warriors and must make a stand around your
Great. Maybe I should have backed up the warband file. Well, you guys will get your money's worth. Nothing like going up against the enemy impressive and getting ambushed. Oh, and it's a crypt horror. NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, is coming after us. NICU, as we call it here in the States. Looks like she has to go here. Alright, Kieran, do you want to die? Who wants to die? We're slow as shit, too. This is going to be great. This is such a small map, too. Like a small ambush. They'll be, like, right the fuck on me. Like, even the zombie might reach me. This is going to be ugly. Lyra. Oh, man. I will do my best. Probably Samantha. Matilda. Yeah, they're dual wielding too. They don't even have shields on right now. Lyris. Corinne's a tank. She's a fucking tank, yeah. So, they don't have that much dangerous stuff, honestly. So we'll put her head first into Mr. NICU. And Bryn, of course, can't disengage, so we'll try to keep her safe right here. She seems pretty safe there. Here we go. Come at me, bro. He's afraid I'm going to shoot him, so he takes a careful approach. He's like, fuck your sister superior. I want this little novice. And she dodges, because she's actually a dodge build. That's the only way to build them. And she's a melee resist build, so he actually kind of picked the wrong target. Beating her with a club in the head. So we have the debuff too, because we've been ambushed. So we lose a red pill and have less hit chance. It's kind of annoying. It's funny they're going after the melee resist henchman. You can see she's doing just fine. They really wanted her dead, though. Novices can make some really good tanks. You know, I've kind of come around on them. I didn't like them at the start. But, boy, they just want her. She must be in heat. That's the problem when you're playing as a sister and you go into the city and you're on your period and there's undead everywhere. They just sniff it out, you know? They're like, I smell blood. I smell blood. And they just go wild, like sharks. And she just ambushed a trap. What am I wearing? It must be an amulet of spell breaking, not a pendant. Because she failed her fear test. tough, man. It's tough being a girl back then. Blood just running down your leg. They didn't have the best hygiene products back then, you know? Frenzy, so he's not moving anywhere. Ah, man, bad luck. Oh, she passed all alone. Wait, I thought she failed it. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to take the vagina right here. Prayer of Swiftness, which of course is just a vagina if you look at the picture long enough. But actually she can't, because then she can't enter dodge stance. Shit. Well, this guy's an issue, so we'll go after him. Even though he's, like, you gotta love the AI. They got an impressive, and they give him one fucking weapon. He's not even dual wielding. He's not using a two-hander. He just has a mace in his hand. Yeah. Oh, this savage little beast. And there's the melee resist, and then she's gonna dodge, even if they land it. I mean, they put everybody on her, and she is a tanking henchman. Now, here comes the punishment. Now, we have to check the dodge stats, because I entered Daredevil, and they're usually pretty high. Yeah, 125. Of course, they have, like, pure raw dodging henchmen. 75. 85. This guy's even missing an arm. 80. Everyone's dodge, so it's going to be really hard to enter Daredevil with Bryn Mawr. That's the only unit we can fuck up is Serena. But it's not worth using Second Wind and Daredevil for all the misses we're going to take. So this is our first analysis here. Like, even the Necromancer's dodging. My god. Virgil isn't, but there's no point in killing Virgil. Now, the next thing you want to look at is magic resist. Look at that. 5, 6. So, that's an easy choice. So what we want to do is just nuke. It's boring. That's not what I wanted to do. But it's what is required of us. I believe he entered a dodge stance and he's missing an arm, and we already decided he has a really good dodge chance. But, oh, fucker. Fucker was an ambush. Did I not say Cryptor? I'm sorry. I did mean to say that. That's not what I said. Crit, you little bitch. How you like me now? Free disengage. So we're going to take that. And we'll just nuke the leader one more time. We've got to relieve some pressure on her, obviously. Battle plan again. Okay, let's get the beast in here. There's still some things we can do. Frenzy. It's going to up her damage. We can't enter Daredevil, unfortunately. It's just a big waste of her potential damage. But she's still going to pump it out. And we're going to take NICU down. The babies will have nowhere to go. So we can still show off some of the concepts of the build here and what you're trying to do with sisters. So what you want to do is enter a delay, because the Purifier and the Matriarch, they have battle plan and they have second wind, and they're just going to keep recharging her red pills so she can just keep plugging away. Just refuel her. And again, determined to kill this poor little girl. Innocent little Kieran. Has 4 monsters against her. We're going to take it down to 1 monster. Maybe even less if we're lucky. Again, we're suffering from the debuff. You see that shitty hit chance? It's because we were ambushed. So we have minus 15% melee hit chance. We have one less red pill. We have a lot of things going against us here. So we're going to give her a battle plan. Alright, yeah. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging. Land it. There we go. 100 damage. Then we're going to give more battle plans away. So we're recharging her red pills. So she can just keep going. She's the Energizer Bunny. Battle plan, a skill you rarely see used, but it's very nice. And then we want to, again, reduce the heat. Though she took a beating, didn't she? She's at 250. Maybe we're better off just kind of hiding her back here. Is there a ghoul? There is a ghoul. He went to the house. I guess he's just doing his thing. He's like, fuck it, I'm going in the house instead. So now she has all these pills again, and she can just keep plugging away. So you can see the principle. If you're in Daredevil, you'd be doing twice as much damage over and over and over. So we're going to give her another red pill, so now she has another attack. He's in dodge, I think. We missed anyway. It's kind of a shame. Where are you guys? You're way over here. May as well just fuck up this stun guy, because we know that's going to land. And did she already insult? I don't remember, but that's basic. It will help with all these penalties we've taken. Hit poor Michael in the face. And I think we want to lock down this guy so he just doesn't get on Kieran as well. She can take a hit or two from a ghoul. We'll be getting all these debuffs off us here shortly. Goodbye, NICU. There is a nibbin. A little nibbin over here we can get in. Just a little nibbin spot. So we're gonna exhaust so we can delay again. Come on, pass it. There you go. Is she in a stance? No. Well, she was, but she had a 2% chance to dodge. So we're going to stagger her. Bring her down to our speed. So she has baby Daredevil. Kind of a different thing here. She takes over for the maiden if she passes away. Oh yeah, we could have maybe entered Daredevil, but we can get into that next turn. What we really want to do is these stagger blows to slow her down. And we fucking missed. Did we bring her slow enough? Probably not. 55. We really needed both of those to land. She would have been down to 25. So that's kind of a shame. What can you do? We're debuffed. And now we're going over here. And we're doing second wind. And we're casting it on Bryn Mawr. So she can club the vampire to death. So a lot of moving parts here. I don't know if you guys are just like had your mind blown yet or what. She's gonna also give her battle plan. Actually, she's already at 8, so let's delay. If we need to, we can give her battle plan one more time. This motherfucker. Pulling off a 34%er. I think you're dead anyway there, Boris. Boris the baddie. Bundabaddy. And so we've taken down the leader and the vampire. We may as well beat the living shit out of Michael to finish with. So is she done attacking? No, she is not done attacking. We're going to give her battle plan. One more time. She can get one more hit off now. And that's fine. She can stand right there. Club Michael in the head. And that's it.
A new round has started.
That's the maiden. That's the Sisters Maiden Destructo build. I don't know what to call it. Just Mama Goose and all her little hens. Obviously, my brain's not functioning. I'm just rambling on here. Not a goose and hens. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Get me on Death Stench. Heart failure. Interesting. It's basic level, though. That can be really annoying if it's mastery. It's kind of like a Chains of Chaos. Still going after Kieran. I don't think she's in All Alone anymore. Maybe she still is. She might still be, because I don't actually have any other units on these two. On this one or this one. Giving her a good strong blow. Mandrake Root. I really wish both staggering blows would have landed. Or she'd be the last to act if they had. But we've lost the ambush debuff, so you're going to start seeing actual real hit chances here. Oh, and she passed. Good for her. We want our dodge thing, a military training to stack, so I went after the easier target to hit, which is Leonic Razvan. And then we can use our Vagina spell. So we gain 20% dodge. We're up to 135%, which is a pretty fucking good dodge chance. So we can take sidestep or defensive stance. So her melee is... She lost with the Death Stench 5%. So she can go from 60 to basically 70. Or we can take the sidestep and rely on our inherent melee resist. So I think we'll do that. It's going to give her 2 dodges. Basically, they're never going to hit her again. Now that she had a chance to kind of finally ramp up her defenses. So Prayer of Swiftness, military training. She can make a really, really good melee resist with dodge on top kind of build. Makes her just really fucking hard to hit. Fuck it. We're here to do Daredevil. YOLO McYOLO. She should still be in Frenzy. And now we're going to drop the hammer. Literally on this guy. We're just going to start going for targets that are not very high in dodge. Goodbye, Virgil. Probably not a good idea to attack me. We just got to get her off of this ghoul now, and she can just start wrecking everything. So first, battle plan. Start recharging those red pills. So here's the thing, we can do meditation. Exhaustion. Now this isn't very efficient, to be quite honest, but I'm just showing off. And then we can do another battle plan. So that's totally recharged her for one more attack now. Probably would have been better to just go into this guy. But, you know, we're just showing off the concepts of the build. Michael. You dodged me. Michael, you didn't dodge that one. You can give her more battle plans. Just keep giving her those red pills. And I don't know, we'll go help our sister out. Give him 2 targets to attack. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, no dodge there. I guess he wasn't in a dodge stance. Do the old spin attack, because that looks cool. What is even in her inventory? Shield of okay, shield of iron, flail of perforation, more defensive stuff. I like offensive henchmen. I just really like offensive henchmen nowadays. I mean, Kieran's alright, but she'll never kill anything. So, she's freed up now. She's going to beat the crap out of this guy, because he has no dodge. Well, he has 50, but we can get through that. No problem. He had a 4% chance. The beautiful thing about Sigmarite hammers is they have an inherent dodge bypass. Plus they have a good crit chance, too, on them. So I really like them for the maiden. They make pretty good daredevil options for her. You can always, of course, if you're really desperate, go with daggers. We'll just club this guy. Get a good miss in there. He should die in 1 hit now from the maiden. Come on, you goddamn bitch. Well, so she goes into Daredevil, right? Still not the best damage because it's baby Daredevil. But in theory, she can act as like a baby maiden. And you just keep recharging her red pills over and over and over, and she'll eventually just chew through a target. Especially when you consider she can do the staggering blow and skip the turn order. So she can get like 15, 16 attacks in 1 turn, and then like 15 again the next turn before the target ever even moves again. So. But this is something cool that the sisters do. Everyone's just like, yeah, they spam comments. It's like, well, they can actually do some really tricky shit. With like the pill transferring and stuff like that. It's pretty neat what they can actually pull off. So she's recharged, back at it, killing everything. Going after things that have poor dodge, which would be this princess here. Goodbye, Princess Serena. Not the true Williams sister. So that's the Maiden of Doom. Everything's dead, and they're going to fail the route test, so GG Undead.
A new round has started.
Hopefully you enjoyed what they bring to the table. Transferring pills around. Comets, of course, are always a risk. I think it's a pretty good PvP warband. That's what I design everything for PvP. PvP is all about that spike damage.
Your strength of spirit that wins battles.
My phone is dying. Too much Twitch streaming. You guys don't talk much anyway. I might have to go charge it up. I can check out comments a different way every now and again. Pay those girls. They did good work. So yeah, battle plan. Restores 2 offensive pills. They can be used to counterattack. So this is where it catches everyone. You're like, oh, counterattack. That's not that good. The part that matters is restores 2 offensive points. Just ignore the rest. So the designers, I guess, thought, oh, you'd only use it to counterattack, but in reality, you just delay, and you're getting the red pills. You just delay, and then you got 2 red pills back. So each mastery battle plan gives the maiden one more Daredevil attack for 150 HP damage. What was it? 120 to 150? He was doing. She was doing. So you're turning blue pills that you're never gonna fucking use into red pills that are gonna do 130 damage on average. 130, 140. Like that's very efficient. On top of the Sigmar's second wind, which is the same thing, restores 4 offensive points that can be used to perform a counterattack. So again, ignore this counterattacks. It gives 4 offensive points. So you're talking about double second winds, so that's 8 offensive points. And then you're talking about double battle plan. That's 12 red pills. That's 6 more attacks for your maiden from this one unit alone, giving her 6 more attacks. So she does what? A Daredevil, so -3. And then she does 3 of her own Daredevil attacks, and then she's giving her 6. And then this one can also give 6. That's 12. What is that? 15? 15 Daredevil attacks on one turn. And you can ramp this up even more extreme. I can have a second Purifier that can also do the same thing. So we're talking about 21 attacks. I could have taken Adrenaline Rush and given her 3 second wind casts. You could just see where it just becomes ridiculous. Now there's a point where it's like you want something that's functional. You know, there's a point in an equation where it becomes just overkill, and we don't want to go overkill. We want it to be functional. Like you don't need 30 Daredevil attacks in one turn. First of all, you'll probably eventually run out of blue pills delaying, and that's just too much because you have to walk to targets. So she'll kill a target and she'll have to spend blue pills to walk to another one. So you're not actually going to be able to use them all. So that's why I'm just bringing the Matriarch and the Purifier. 15 Daredevil attacks is about what you're going to get a turn, and it's plenty to kill what you need to kill. So that's the concept of what they're doing. And again, at the end of the day, you can still skirmish with comets. They hit and run very well. Knowledge of Mordheim with exhaustion gives her 11 blue pills at 88 base movement. Is that 88 movement? So I'm just pausing for a second and thinking because you also have this Force Sigmar, which she can increase movement by 3 meters. So Corrin, she was in battle right off the get-go, so she never used Force Sigmar. But she can give me 8 or 11 base movement and 11, so 121 meters movement for my princess here, Lyra. 121 meters movement. I mean, so you run up, cast some comments, and then run 100 meters away. You know, no one's ever going to catch your leader. So that's what makes sisters really goddamn annoying too, is their ability to skirmish. They're really good at skirmishing. Comet, kill a unit, and you're so far away that your opponent can't even reach you. Opponent being the AI or PvP. Same thing kind of applies to her. She can get 10 blue pills. She can get that buff. She can have 111 meters movement. What would that be? 110 meters movement. 11 times 10. Really good at math here. Yeah, so mobility is something these sisters really do well. Absolute Faith. She can really pass every route test you'd ever want her to pass. All Alone, Fear. I don't even think I have a pendant on right now. Yeah, I think I have equipment on because I was facing shell-proof sisters, so I took some spell-breaking stuff. So probably Helmet of Constitution is what she'd probably normally rock. 400 HP. Or she probably wants the spell casting one. Pendant of Piety. Let me see that. Maybe a Helmet of Piety? Do I have a Helmet of Piety? There, that's probably what she normally wears. Make her really look stupid. Devotion, reduce curse chance, improve prayer. That's for the comments to get through, improve prayer. Knowledge Mordheim movement. So we kind of talked about what she's doing. She's going to be pretty similar. I took Divine Revelation. Another thing they do is they're really anti-ranged. You can take Divine Revelation and stack it with Mastery Divine Revelation here with this lady. And you're talking about 75% range resistance. I mean, that's crazy. No one's ever going to shoot your sister. Plus, this one's immune. So if you're ever playing the Mercs or something, like, yeah, sisters, they just stomp the shit out of them. No one's ever going to shoot a sister warband. Their sisters are probably the most powerful warband in the game. I would probably say. Because they're just very flexible in what they can do. And what they can counter. Sinful Speech, for example, you can just totally nullify a spellcaster. And then there's the second wind in the comments. I believe Piety, I wanted her to get even more range for hit and run, so she has a 35-meter spell. If you take Mastery Piety, you have a 40-meter comment. You can even take that and the Helmet of Reach, so you have more range than a hunting rifle. Like, it's crazy what you can snipe with comments with sisters. Prayers so the spells get through. Obviously, it's pretty basic stuff here. Again, this is my like off tank in case the maiden dies. She takes over. Staggering Blow to flip the initiative ladder because sisters are slow as shit. You're going to be slower than everyone mostly, so you want to bring them down below you. It's a good way to have 2 turns in a row. The baby Daredevil, so it's not a big investment, and it's not a big deal if I don't take it, but it's there if I decide I want to ramp up my damage. Otherwise, she kind of just acts as an off tank. She buffs movement, she protects the back lines, and she fills in if the maiden goes down. And she can ramp up the magic resist, which I was saying I think that's why she struggled. Probably typically taking the Helmet of Constitution, maybe a Pendant of Constitution. She'd have been much better off against that vampire. Giving her more HP. We gotta take pendants because she gets this cool hood now instead of the ugly helmet. I don't know if I talked about her. She had the exhaustion for delaying and movement. Again, you give her 4 Sigmar. She has 11 blue pills times, or exhaustion with 4 Sigmar, 11 times 11, 121 meters movement. This bitch will be in your back line. Killing everything. Mastery Daredevil, Mastery Frenzy, that's for more magic resistance. So as you go into Frenzy, you get 95% magic resistance with what I'm wearing right now. Probably the Amulet of Spell Breaking again. Helmet of Constitution, always a good choice. She's immune to terror. Getting her more HP. Plus that looks badass as shit. She actually looks good in the helmet. Safe stance, because she's actually pretty prone to critical hits. I'm not here to tank. I'm here to spike damage things. I mean, I can tank, of course. She has good armor. But the principle is to kill stuff. So you can enter a safe stance to end your turn to give you that extra critical hit resistance, which she suffers from. So that gives her 40%. Plus it was only basic. I probably had two skill points left over. Didn't have anything else to really think about or worry about. Knowledge of Mordheim again with the exhaustion. You're going to see that on every warband for me, basically, this combination. Mobility is so important in this game. I think a lot of beginners take stances. As you can see, I don't care much about stances. I'm more... If you're not even getting attacked by the enemy, what's the point of a stance? Stances take a lot of blue pills. I'd rather, like, pull back. I'd rather skirmish. Because then you're not going to get hit anyway. You know? So if you can avoid just taking damage in the first place, like being swung at with hammers, then who cares about your stances? Protection of Sigmar for that magic. This is again is a PvP build. Obviously if I wanted to just stomp the AI, I could switch that into something a little better. And then again, resilient, because she's not a large lady. So she doesn't have that inherent critical hit resistance. The henchman, there's nothing special here. That was me just trying to show off. You can get the battle plan twice with meditation, exhaustion, but then you can't move anywhere. You get 8 red pills, but mobility is also very nice again. Sisters, they have this skill. If they pick up a word stone, they get plus 2 meters movement for 2 turns, so that's giving them 9 meters movement. And then you have 4 Sigmar on them. That gives them 12 meters movement. Over 8 red pills, you can get wherever the fuck you want again. What is that, 120 meters movement? Don't make me do the math again. 96. 8 times 12, 96. For a henchman, like that's ridiculous movement. You can go over the hell you want on the map. Tie up important units with your henchmen. So that's how I built them, as high mobility. And they can still pack a punch. 372 HP. And then if you wanted to see this melee resist build that was doing so well, max the agility, max the weapon skill, shield of shielding, of course. This is a pretty typical like blah build you can use in PvE, but it also kind of works in PvP. Kinda. I mean, there's a lot of ways people get around melee resist in PvP. But she was intended to kind of lock up a fellow impressive that uses Daredevil. She can tie him up and really counter that Daredevil ability. So you got the Prayer of Swiftness, the Vagina spell actually gives plus 15%. I thought it was 10. So that gets her to 130. She has military training. She has Adrenaline Rush, so she can attack 3 times. That's another 15. So we're talking about 30% more dodge. You're at 145% dodge, which is really good. I think she has the Helmet of Evasion, yeah, and she has the Cloth. So she layers that melee resist. If you put Divine Revelation on her, for example, she gets 74% melee resist. You enter into a defensive stance instead of sidestep, you get 84% melee resist. So she can be a pretty tanky little henchman. It has a Void, Shield Specialist, Resilient, because you still don't want... A crit stunned henchman's not going to dodge anything. And then, again, trying to get some movement out of movement. She doesn't move as far, nearly as much. But pretty good build, I think, for a tanking henchman. She's not going to do any fucking damage. Her job is to lock up a target, a dangerous target. Like a Cryptor and a Vampire, and 2 other units. She locked down 4 units for us. She did her job admirably. And I think this is a slightly different build. Maybe it's not. I think this one's slightly different than the other one. No, it's exactly the same. Maybe decided that was the best option. And I haven't trained anyone else, so... yeah, I think it's a good time for me to take a break. I can't go straight like other people. If you like the content, hit the follow button. I'll try to be doing more Mordheim, and I do other games. You can check it out. I'm all over the place, but I'm really into strategy and whatnot. So hopefully you'll see some more PvP content. I'm still finishing up in the BBL 3, though that's kind of a joke. And hopefully just random level 10 PvPs. Maybe one day I'll play Flanker here. Or maybe he'll join the Battle of Behemoths. Again, you can see that stuff with the videos on demand. Plenty of content on my YouTube channel or the videos on demand. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the dirty streets of Mordheim. And I will be back later today. Just I need to stretch and stuff. I can't sit in a chair for 5 hours straight.